Here's some big news that we are currently tracking. Maharashtra trainee aircraft has crashed into a farm in Kadbanwadi village of Indapur taluka in Pune district this morning. 11:30 a.m. this crash taking place. A 22-year-old woman pilot has been injured. These are first visuals coming in right here on India Today, where we see this trainee aircraft that crashed in Maharashtra, Kadbanwadi village of Indapur taluka. This is the location of where this crash has taken place in Pune district at around 11:30 a.m. A 22-year-old woman pilot has been injured. A two-seater trainer aircraft that's now crashed in Pune. What was the purpose of this flight? Who exactly was the pilot? A 22-year-old woman pilot, we believe, has been injured. This has happened in Pune district, Kadbanwadi village of Indapur taluka at 11:30 a.m. First images coming in of this aircraft. A trainee aircraft, a two-seater aircraft. A 22-year-old woman pilot who was flying this trainee aircraft has crashed. We believe that the woman has received some injuries. Waiting to establish what exactly happened. This is the first image that we bring to you right here on India Today. A two-seater trainee aircraft in Maharashtra's Pune district. This plane has crashed in Kadbanwadi village of Indapura taluka, Pune district. It has happened at 11:30 a.m. What really resulted in this crash? Where was this plane headed towards? All that information yet to be ascertained. But for now, we know a 22-year-old woman who was the pilot in this aircraft has received injuries. Pankaj Khelkar for more information on that. Pankaj, over to you. Give us some more where exactly this plane was headed towards and what has happened to that woman.
This plane belongs to Redbird Aviation, a training institute for pilots. And this crash landing happened near Indapur town, in Indapur Tehsil of Pune district, wherein the lady pilot had to make an emergency landing, and as information from rural police, there was some technical that it hasn't been confirmed. The plane crash landed in field. He has received some minor injuries and is under observation in the Tehsil.
Pankaj, a quick word again on what exactly was this plane attempting to do? Was it a training aircraft, or was it just rounds that this pilot was conducting? What exactly was the purpose of flying this plane?
This Redbird Institute is known as a training institute for pilots, a private institute. Now the lady pilot named Bhavika Rathod, 22-year-old pilot, took off from Baramati airfield, where this institute is located. It was a regular flight. She was alone in the plane. Now she is a trainee pilot. That is the information that we are getting from the Pune rural police. She took off around 11:30. Slip, and while she was on a flight, there was some technical snag. So it is a regular flight wherein such an incident has happened, and she miraculously has been saved.
Miraculously escaped, but these are images that are quite incriminating. You see this plane that's completely crushed. In fact, the front part of that plane severely damaged. We see villagers there looking at this plane in awe, considering that that 22-year-old pilot has escaped miraculously. It's a trainee aircraft. We believe it's a training field for budding pilots. And here we see a 22-year-old woman pilot who was flying this trainee aircraft, a two-seater trainee aircraft, has crashed owing to a technical glitch. Pankaj, if you're with us, would you know if all protocols were followed? Is there any lapses when it comes to the training field or this flight itself not being up to mark when it comes to its servicing and etc.? You know, were all things in place before this plane took off?
These questions will be answered on a proper inquiry or proper information or press release from the Kadbanwadi Aviation where all of the norms were followed. But as per the training norms, these pilots have to take off only after all of these protocols have been followed. Now, there was some technical snag in the plane, and that is the reason the lady pilot or the pilot had to make an emergency landing, wherein she made an emergency landing in the field.
Right. Right. Pankaj Khelkar, thank you very much for joining us. That's the pilot that you see on our screens here. Bhavika Rathod, 22-year-old. She's said to have miraculously escaped. It's a trainee aircraft. She was taking a sortie, and it appears due to a technical snag, this plane crashed down. She is safe. She has received injuries, but at this point, investigation underway into if all protocols were followed by this training institute.